Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be going over the movement Tesoura de Angola. Now, Tesoura de Angola is a very ritualistic movement in Capoeira, primarily in a Capoeira Angola or a Minho style game, but it's more of a call and response to get your opponent, the other player, to move around you in a way to either open up new opportunities, to see how they're going to react in various situations. But it is a wonderful movement to have. It can be converted into a takedown, but we're not going to worry about that today. So Tesoura means scissor, and then de Angola is of Angola, so either the country in Africa or the style of capoeira. To start off with this, what we are going to do is we're going to just stay low this whole class here, this whole lesson. And in order to do Tesoura de Angola, I've got this line here, which would line up right with where my partner is standing. And I'm going to start in negativa. But when I do my negativa, I'm going to go across my body and across my partner's body. So if you have a chair or a foam roller or even just something you could place on the ground in front of you that will help you with your space, go ahead and use that to make sure that you're going across your body and across them. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my other hand over, kind of like I'm doing a negativa de bimba, but I'm going to be putting my hand more so over my head. And at the same time, I'm going to be moving this leg over here. So I'm going to do the leg first just to demonstrate, but my leg is going to come over here, and you can see my hips are vertical. If my hips are horizontal or not quite vertical, I can get kicked here on accident, on purpose. Either way, not a great time for me. So here, protected. Also, your setup for a Tesoura de Costas should it come to that. I am on the sides of my feet here, and as I go down, I'm here. I'm not resting on my ribs. If you want to see from this angle here, I'm not really resting on my ribs here. I am going through my lat. You can rest here. It's not wrong. It's just I'm getting low at first to move into their space. There are ways you can go into it where you will end up on your elbow, your ribs on your elbow, but that's more so from a Kedajihine or something else like that. For today, we're going to go past our lat. So again, I'm here, I step over. At the same time, I'm putting my hands down. Now, you'll notice that I'm tucking my chin to my chest, and I'm not popping my head out here. Reason being is that this is just a present. This is exposed, unprotected, and somebody can come through with a kick or come down with their au. So I'm tucking my chin to my chest to prevent any of that happening, and I'm lowering down. So I'm here, nice and low, and I'm going to slide, push through my hands, slide on the sides of my feet. Once you've slid through, that's where you can go to the balls of your feet and come on up. All right, now you'll notice that I've got a solid base here. I didn't come up with straight legs because, again, from other tutorials where we go over like a saída or an entrada or rolê, this is a very unstable position because these feet can easily be taken out from under you. But if you're here, you've got more weight, your hips are lower, and you're much more stable. So when you come up from Tesoura de Angola, here, you want to make sure you're in a stable spot. All right, so one more time, nice and broken down, given more pieces and parts here, and then we'll go through and we'll do a few together. So here, I'm gonna use my other leg. So left leg out, and again in my negativa, my foot is off to the side in case there's any impact here. It's just my calf going to the ground. My knee is not getting cracked. I like my knees. Gonna have my hand and my foot go over at the same time. Here, boom. And if you also notice, my feet are not super wide. Here, I don't need to be that big. I also don't want to be this big. I need to be just wide enough to catch the person in between. Usually about here is okay. So I'm gonna go about there. And then I push forward, go to the balls of my feet, come up. I'm gonna step around. All right? So again, negativa, foot and hand over, slide on the sides of your feet, come up on the balls of your feet with a nice solid base. We're gonna do 4 of these together. We are going to go ahead and start with your left leg out. And I'm gonna do 2 facing this way and then 1 each way, side to side, so you can see a little bit more. All right, so first 2, nice and broken down here. Negativa, hand and foot over, making sure that you get low, your chin is to your chest, you're looking under your arms, and your hips are not horizontal, vertical. Your hips are vertical, and you push through. Come up on the balls of your feet, here, protect as you come around. Which way should you come around? Context, doesn't really matter. Just depends on where you're at in the game and where the other player is. So whichever way is comfortable for you, come around. All I care about is that you protect your face on the way through. All right, no leading with your head. Other side, we're gonna have our right foot out and across. Hand and foot go down here, and we're gonna push through. Breathing out as I go, coming up and protecting through. Good. 2 more. We're gonna do these ones nice and smooth. I'm gonna go one way and then the other way here. So we need to do our left leg here and go. So over, here, and through. Come on up. Good. All right, last one. Right leg through. Again, go. So both legs go over, protecting my head down, just wide enough for a person, pushing through and coming up. Great work. So Tesoura de Angola, this is something that's really useful in a game. Again, it's much more of a call and response than it is a takedown usually. So with this, practice with a chair if you can, and you can realistically just end up going and sitting on the chair as you come up, but practice with something that gives you a goal to capture within your feet. All right, so keep training this, and I'll see you in the next video.